All right, everything is working. May Mo rest in peace. Welcome back, everybody. We took a break last week to let the death of our friend Mo set in. It's still not really hit for me. But you know what? We got to move on. Welcome back to Call of Cthulhu. For at this point, with the way thing is gone, which is essentially the second basically a new beginning for the campaign in some ways, because John's had as much sanity now at this point as he has had in a long time. We're gonna have a new character joining us, and we are possibly down to Dimitri for not that I've killed Dimitri, but we are possibly down Dimitri for tonight. So it might be some two-person investigative work, digging into the mysteries that we've got. That I'm very excited about. This is a really cool session, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. If you don't spend the whole time arguing about what to do, but we're missing Cody, so that might not happen.
I feel like it still happens.
It probably will still happen. Other news for this week, we don't have too much coming up, just because this is a hectic time of year in real life. But as for internet stuff, this Friday, we are playing Dungeons & Dragons from 6 to 9 p.m., and we will have another Mythos battle report coming out soon. We also have Cursed City. My desk is covered in all the Cursed City minis that I am working my way through, and I've recruited some help this weekend. So hopefully we get the box set painted and we can start playing through some of that, because it should be a lot of fun now that we actually understand how the game works. But we're not going to talk about that. So let's roll the intro music and see what the madness holds tonight.
Don't you make fun of my, 2 mistakes?
Dan, it honestly wasn't that bad. Cody was much more upset about the rules mistakes than
I could have just not
I
told him and
was.
he would have believed me.
Yeah, you could have, it's Cody, He'll believe most things that you tell him. So, last we met, after following the one lead that you had from Katie Holmes, that you had kind of sort of gathered from the late great Seth, you headed off to Weirdham Lake to see what all this was about, and it turns out that this was the location that a lot of the horrors you'd been seeing for the past couple of months at least sort of worked around. The Revelations of Glakai, the book that John had been privy to, the information about portals to extra-dimensional worlds seemed to have some founding here. However, things went terribly, terribly wrong. You got captured almost immediately.
Mm-hmm.
You were thrown into a cell while working out a plan on how to escape. You came up with an idea that you were going to use the mining equipment lying around the camp in order to try to get away. However, things didn't go so well. In a critical fumble, Mo dropped a piece of dynamite, causing the entire encampment to go up, killing himself, but also sealing off whatever was in the lake. Grievously wounded, John and Dimitri crawled back to London and spent the next 3 months in a mental institution and a hospital getting the care that they desperately, desperately required. No one knows what has happened to Katie Holmes during this period of time. So, John, after several months of grueling treatment, of having people poke and prod at you, of having much more intense therapies than you had been privy to in New York, a nurse finally comes in one day. She knocks on your door. She says, Mr. Conquest, I am pleased to announce that the paperwork has been submitted for you to be formally released.
Oh?
The doctor thinks you're doing quite well and should be able to recover relatively naturally on your own.
Okay.
There's also someone here who has agreed to sign the paperwork for your release in exchange for a word with you.
Okay.
And she steps aside. Nate, describe yourself.
Oh boy, I wish I had thought about this today in some regard. Entering the room with a hefty piece of equipment, like on one of those tough lanyards around his. Actually, carrying in a camera is a tall, light-haired individual who's like not tall enough, but who's fairly built and and wearing one of those like standard newspaper, not newspaper hats, but like like what would you call them?
The newsboy cap.
Yep, the news
Yeah.
boy. Yep.
Yeah, newsboy caps.
He's really going for it.
Yeah, I'm really going for it. The newsboy caps and gosh. I apologize to the audience for a lack of clarity on anything tonight.
We'll forgive you, Nate. We're just happy you're
Thank
here.
He enters the room, nods to you, and takes a seat with a pad paper in his hand. Mr. Conquest, is it?
Yeah.
Correct? It's my understanding that the nurse has left the room at this point, correct?
Yeah, she's left. She's left you guys. She's returned all of John's personal belongings that he came there with. So just the tattered clothes that he was wearing when the explosion went off.
Yeah.
Do I get my stats back from the color yet?
That's a good question. I'm
What
going
color?
to before your time. I'm going to you know what? Why not? You can have your stats back.
I'm missing 2 points from all of my physical
It's
stats.
been a long time. You can have that back.
Okay, thanks.
It's my understanding, Mr. Conquest, that you. Oh, what's the words I'm looking for? You're a bit loony.
You could say that.
Alright. Like, no fault to you, most likely, but let's be honest. And you know something about well, I'm on a lead looking into the death of one Charles Letter,
Okay.
that man who is dead. He is a professor at Oxford, and they don't seem to be disclosing no information about it. It's my understanding that you might have something on the matter.
I suppose I have a little bit.
Again, with the pen and paper, just holds it up and wraps the top of it. Any information is welcome.
I mean, it all depends on how much you trust a loony such as myself.
Whatever you say will certainly be interested.
Me and some of my fellows were walking through the woods after hearing that one of their deceased brothers had been seen near a lake in the woods.
Does this associate and/or brother have a name?
I mean, if I could
Or
keep
like-
that anonymous, that would be great. I'll let him
Understood,
introduce
understood.
himself, as he is still around.
Yes.
Understood.
Dimitri has been less cooperative with his treatments, so we don't know when he'll be released.
Yeah, heard about that. Real mess back there.
Yeah. And while we were going through the woods, we stumbled upon his a mining operation being run by the man you were looking for.
Nope,
Nice.
nope. It was run by a different guy.
Was it?
It was.
Yeah, I asked the same question earlier,
Okay.
and he gave me this information. No, this is just another professor from the place. Not
Okay.
that professor.
We found a professor running a mining operation.
And this professor was...
I don't know, what was
Oh.
that professor?
God, you're gonna make me go back to those notes? Give me a sec. I'll get back to you. Keep talking. Pretend I told you the name.
Okay, so we found that professor running a mining operation in the woods. He seemed to be digging up something very large, as he had a large amount of dynamite stored.
Well, that's
And at the very
concerning for the local populace, I'm sure.
yeah, the very sad loss of one of my colleagues with a poorly tossed stick of dynamite.
Hmm.
There's no
Was he
longer a
helping with
mining
the
camp.
operation?
No, he was helping us try and find the other guy's dead brother.
I see.
So he attempted to throw a stick of dynamite. It went poorly. There's no longer a mining camp. And I think...
Actually, there's just nothing left.
I mean... Is the lake gone?
No, the lake is still there.
That entire side of the lake is gone.
Yup.
Along with that professor.
6d10 damage.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's a lot
I
of
see.
damage. Joseph Turner.
Yeah,
You
we
actually,
found-
so the name Joseph Turner, Jerome, he's actually a professor that went missing. And Charles Leatter was the person who had kind of taken over his job.
All right. You seem to be looking into this a little bit, so let me give you a little insider for the broader perspective. Joseph Turner, he went MIA, or I suppose MIA is more of a militaristic term. He went missing, and Charles, he took his spot.
I mean, I suppose he couldn't really appear before the public with how he was looking when we found him.
Well, he was also incinerated, so, you know.
I said when we found
Oh,
him,
okay.
not when we left him. Because did he go missing 3 months ago or prior to that?
No, he went missing 3 months ago.
Ah, okay. Well, I'm gonna go with how we found him.
There you go.
Because if I say how we left him, it sounds more
Sounds
like
not
we
good.
blew him up.
You did blow him
Yeah. That's not my job to bring it up. I already said there isn't a mining camp anymore. If he can't connect the dots, that's his own
Oh.
thoughts.
Sounds like your friend did a number on the place.
I don't think it's a place anymore, but yeah.
Weirdham Lake. I have never heard of that place before.
Neither had we.
Hmm.
We heard it was
So-
in the woods, and then we went into the woods.
Hey, I suppose that works. That works.
I mean, we found it, so. Works
Wow.
out one way or another.
Can you remember anything else? Or anything
I
else?
remember they had a bunch of people on stakes near their mining camp.
Like,
Like they had this weird, like, horn-looking thing, and they had stuck it through the person,
oh,
and they were hanging from trees.
I think I see the picture you're starting to paint now. These were
Those were just normal-looking humans.
religious
Yes, they were.
fanatics.
They seemed very religious. I mean, when we found the professor, he was like this big, gray, spiky dude.
Uh-huh. Big, gray, spiky dude. He does not write that down. Huh.
I'd show you the picture I drew, but it went up with the rest of the mining camp.
John,
Oh.
make me a drawing check.
Oh boy.
I mean, yeah, I was about to let him have a paper and pen. Like, Hey, if he can
My
write it
hands
really
are still
well,
shaky.
His hands are, well, no, I was gonna say, you pull up a bunch of napkins that you've been hiding away, and it's just a bunch of squiggly lines. And now that you're feeling better, you look at it, you're like, yeah, that didn't come out at all.
Darn, if only I had my old book. It had a bunch of great pictures in it.
shame.
Like the reason that the big mental institute from London is gone.
You guys have blown up a lot of stuff. It's true.
Excuse me?
You know that explosion that happened
You know about the explosion. You covered it.
a little over 3 months ago?
Yes.
Yeah, we were looking to intern
I'm
somebody.
gonna stop you right there. I don't need any of that
John
I
just
don't
goes
need
through the list of
any
everything
of
that they've
that.
blown up.
on my conscience. I don't need I
You don't
will
want a
not be-
first-hand explanation?
I do not.
Okay.
I do not. That's old news. That's
Okay.
old news. Nonetheless,
Just, make sure to be careful to make sure, nothing comes out of that rubble.
I'm not gonna ask.
Nothing's come out of that rebel.
Nothing's come out of that rubble.
But it might. I don't know. Let's see, what else happened at the lake? There was some Civil War reenactors, as weird as that is.
That's Revolutionary War.
Revolutionary War reenactors.
I see.
They tried to shoot me and my friends with a musket.
Like a musket?
Like a musket,
Yeah.
musket.
Amazingly well kept.
Huh. Reenactors.
Yeah.
Huh. That sounds like a lot.
I got shot
A bunch.
Yes.
once.
Took a peek over
Took
a couple
8
shoulders
hit
at that.
points out of my 10.
Huh.
Yeah, that was
Had it
about
rough.
all that really
Had it
happened.
rough.
Just a bunch of religious cultists and some weird Civil War or Revolutionary War reenactors.
Hmm.
I don't know if they were connected or not.
They were.
I know they were.
Oh,
I'm not
okay.
gonna tell them.
Fair
they were.
enough. I was gonna say, if you've not figured out at this point that they were connected, I have questions about how much people pay attention to me talking.
Yes, I know they're actually
Okay, I'm
from the
just checking.
Revolutionary
I need
War,
to
but
be
we're not making that big of a jump with the reporter.
Fair enough. All right.
Yeah. Well,
Jerome, as we had discussed earlier, today is the day that you've been given permission to actually ask around the college.
Oh.
So I'll let
tell you what. Tell you what. How about you help me with this? You seem to be onto something or other, looking down at what he said. I have permission to go into the College of Oxford today.
Oh.
And as you have been released, I wouldn't say no to the company.
Okay. I'll try to point out anything that
Yeah, I knew
seems
how
like
that
it
sounded. I
belongs
didn't know
to a
how else to
cult.
word it.
No, I'm just laughing at the image I have while you guys are having this conversation. You see Dimitri being taken down the hall. Get your fucking hands off me! You don't touch me like that! No, you don't touch me like that! And the nurse pops back in. Yeah, he's gonna be a little longer.
Yeah.
Figures much. Figures much. All right.
I
Oh.
just imagine if Nate's new character was like in the 2000s, he'd be wearing like the "I Want to Believe" T-shirt
Yep. Mm-hmm.
and just like an overcoat.
Yep. That's
That's pretty close. That's pretty close. Well, I guess we'll see him later.
Yeah, he usually recovers pretty quick.
I hope so. Nonetheless, shall we?
Sure.
All right. So I'll give him a couple minutes to do whatever, look over what the heck he just said for the third time. And yeah, be ready to continue. Where's
If you
the rest?
want, you can replace Big Gray Monster with large cultist uniform. They're similar.
Yeah, weird people playing dress up, certainly.
Do I have enough money for new drawing supplies?
Yeah, you can pick up you can't really buy any weapons per se, but any like drawing supplies.
Did I ask for weapons?
Fair enough. Drawing supplies, better clothes. So you know you look somewhat decent, so it's not just shrapnel riddled, shotgun shell blasted, hiking clothes from 3 months ago.
If it comes down to it, I can literally use a pen as a weapon.
Fair enough. I
It-
mean, D3 damage is D3 damage.
It won't be pretty, and it'll be everybody will end up covered in blood. But
And poor
somehow
Jerome
in
will need to
melee
make
combat.
poor Jerome will need to make a lot of sanity checks watching you gouge somebody's eyes out with a pen.
Yep.
John's like, no, this is standard work. Shank, shank, shank.
Disemboweling somebody with a ballpoint pen.
Dear Lord.
Only thing in the
Oh.
university is a feather pen. Well, this is gonna have to do.
Don't roll 100 or it snaps.
Okay. So I'm assuming so after John is able to quickly
Yeah.
pick up you travel through London, you pick up some new clothing supplies, you make yourself feel a little more human. And you head over to Oxford University. So while on campus, you're not met by the head of the university or anything, but when you walk over to the history department,
Take a couple pictures on the way in.
sure, you take a couple of pictures, you get the nice heraldry of the school.
Yeah.
You're greeted by a paunchy, sweaty man with thick bottle spectacles and thinning, oiled hair, which he seems to play with as he approaches you, wipes his hands across his brown pants. He's got the typical professor tweed jacket with the shoulder pads going on. And
Nice.
he comes over to you. Ah, yes, you must be the reporter. My name is Harland Roach. Pleasure to
Jerome.
meet you.
Pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you too.
Yeah, so the head of the university has asked me to show you around to the parts of the school that we're able to discern. Just so you know, just for a time frame, this has all gone down in the past 36 hours. So it's all super recent.
Good to know. Right.
You're the only person being let onto the scenes trying to be kept hush-hush. You know, we don't want too much negative press getting out for the school as it is.
Understood.
Well, let me show you up to Mr. Leader's office.
Lead the way.
So he leads you through the winding halls of the history building up to kind of like the top right of it, kind of tucked out of the way and out of line of sight of like the major foot traffic of the place. Hang on, let me scroll down to my notes on where his body was found.
Oh, great. Somebody's dead. My favorite.
So it's a pretty small affair upon walking in. There's a single desk, some filing cabinets, and a fireplace. On the wall is a shattered mirror. Across the room, you can see papers have just been kind of like knocked off the desk. A number of letters and documents appear to have been burnt in the fireplace.
Oh,
Well, this is where his office was. I'm just right down the hall in my office. Amelia Court is right around the corner. She was Mr. Leader's secretary. Now, if there's anything that we were somewhat of rivals in the academic world that didn't really agree with his teachings. If there's any information that you find, and he kind of like leans in, I would love to hear about it.
Of course.
and I'll lean in. You'll be the first to know.
"No, thank you." And he kind of pats you on the shoulder and he kind of shuffles down the hall in the direction of his office.
Keep your eye on people like that.
Yeah.
They're messes. Anyway, snap, snap. I'm gonna take a look around.
Is the corpse still here?
No, the corpse has been moved. It has been 36 hours.
No, I'm not. I'm not allowed to do that. They don't send me for those reasons. All right. Drone first roll, I guess. Woo.
Yeah, Jerome's first roll. Are you making spot hidden checks? Who's making?
I would like to.
All right, you go for it. John, are you making spot hidden? Are you looking around, or are you letting Jerome do it by himself?
I'd like to make sure nobody's listening in to the room.
Okay. Go ahead and make a spot. Both of you can make spot hidden checks.
Oh, there
then.
it goes. Oh wow, that's nice.
Whoops.
John, you're fairly confident nobody's listening in.
Okay.
All right. So, what type of success was that? Was that a hard success? Or
Very much so.
Yeah.
If it will tell me what it's 85. Okay, it doesn't tell me what the percentage is, but yeah, it gives me 3 stars.
3 stars?
Yeah.
Very, very, very nice.
I got a 10,
Extreme
and my
success.
thing is 85.
Extreme success.
Yep.
All right. So, looking around the room, you do find some interesting things. First of all, oh wait, how did I get off the page that I was literally just on? There we go. So first of all, with an extreme success, you going through the papers that have been scattered across the floor, in his personal briefcase, you find a matchbook with the names Hibbs Roadhouse written on it.
Okay, this is Charles Letters. Charles Letters. Briefcase, and it has a matchbox. Does anyone else think of toy cars whenever they hear matchbox, even though I know
Yeah.
what it
Yeah,
means?
no, definitely. 100%.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Okay, no, that makes me upset, and it reminds me of. I used to think of the same thing when I heard Xbox too. It was terrible. Toy cars everywhere, man. Sorry, continue.
So you find a matchbox with Hibbs Roadhouse on it. Kind of knocked underneath the desk, you find a piece of art. It's a nice painting of a field, and it's signed by it's not John's art. It's signed by a Cecil Hunter.
I'm not a painter.
Now, this is usually bad taste, but I'm gonna line up a good shot. Snap. 'Cause
And
that's technically illegal.
one more thing you find, which you think is quite odd, is an American poker chip.
Do I recognize the name on the painting?
Cecil Hunter? No.
Hmm.
And finally, with a 10,
Oh gosh.
something catches your eye in the mirror.
Oh no.
As you look in the mirror, you see something odd for a moment. You see, as you're examining the broken glass, eerie reddish lights which flash in the bottom corner and what appears to be a drop of ink moving through the cracks. But you blink again and you shake your head, and it seems to disappear when you get closer to it.
So this is to the mirror?
This is in the mirror.
I don't know, was that part reflecting, or was it like in a broken spot?
It was in a broken spot.
Huh. Interesting. Very interesting. Well, let's see. The matchbox was for Hibbs Steakhouse?
Hibbs Roadhouse.
Hibbs Roadhouse.
You actually know Hibbs Roadhouse is a bazaar, which is just outside of London.
Same as the board game.
Bazaar. Roadhouse Bazaar, a painting by Cecil Hunter, and an American poker chip.
Yeah, I've just taken a bunch of stuff from Arkham and moved it to London, just to
Nice.
make it easier to where the story's gone. Yeah.
Nice.
Including a dimensional shambler.
No, this isn't a dimensional shambler.
Sure.
Well,
Tell you what it isn't, a star vamp.
It's not a star vampire. You do have that one down.
And I don't think it's a cultist either.
Nope.
Nor is it a big snake with wings. I don't think it's Amigo. Not that I know what
No.
Amigo is.
Mm-hmm.
Brain bug. I don't think it's a brain bug.
do I know, like, what is the current story on how the murder took place? Like, what is that current story?
Oh yeah, was there anything weird about his head?
About his head. No, his brain was still there, if that's the question.
Okay. I just feel like it would be awkward to just walk up to somebody and just be like, did he still have a brain?
Hey, murderers are weird.
So there wasn't, you've not personally heard much about how he was found dead. But the person that found him dead is right around the corner in the office. His secretary.
All
Looks
right.
like a heart attack to me.
Got a couple of questions for Miss Amelia. Amelia Court, correct?
Yes. Wow, look at you knowing names. Pride.
Oh,
Pride
gosh.
fills my heart.
Oh, gosh. It's only 40. Gosh. Okay. Well, and I'm gonna hand him the. Well, I guess I have to leave him here, but I'm I'm taking a picture of the matchbox and the poker chip for later. All right. And we are going to talk to a Miss Court.
Yep.
Is there anything in the matchboxes, or is it just matches?
It's just matches. It's nothing special.
Can
Yeah.
I light one of the matches?
Sure. It
Does
lights.
it do anything weird?
No. It's a match. Sometimes a match is just a match.
Hold it up like this.
I'm gonna hold it in front of some parts of the broken mirror. Does anything happen?
Nope.
I take a picture of that. That looks pretty
Okay.
cool.
It does look pretty cool.
Nice.
It's all that happens.
Okay, I'll
Hey,
just
good
put it
shot.
out and toss it in a trash can or whatever.
Doesn't put it out, throws it on the floor, starts firing university.
Nobody said John was smart.
I thought his education and intelligence were high.
Oh, his intelligence is okay. It's higher than his power.
That's saying something. Well.
It really isn't.
All right. And we are going to head down the hallway to Mrs. Court. Miss Court.
Yep, walking into the office of
Knock, knock.
of Miss Court. It's open. Walking in, she seems much more put together than the professor that you just spoken to. She has fair white skin. Her hair is pulled back. She's wearing a blue blouse, and she seems to be filing papers across her desk in a very organized fashion as you walk in. She looks up.
Uh,
You don't look like
Good.
police.
No,
I am not.
we're journalists here to ask you about that very
Mr.
sad
Charles's.
death.
Hmm.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, a terrible thing. Must have walked into the office, last night, just, right around midnight, and found his body there. His face was twisted, almost as if he was screaming. His eyes were swollen. And they were a strange gray color.
Mhm.
It looked as if he had broken the mirror that he was in, and when I heard back about the autopsy results, it looks like he suffered a heart attack, but it didn't look like a heart attack when I found his body. It looked like something had attacked him. And it wasn't just his heart. All of his organs died at the same time.
Interesting.
Strange.
That just doesn't. Interesting.
Do I know what may have caused this?
What check do you want to make?
It's just gonna make a medicine, just like, okay.
Sure. Yeah, medicine, Cthulhu Mythos, I'll let you pick.
I just wanted to roll medicine.
Okay, sure, go for it.
I just wanted to roll a die. There
Yeah,
we
just
go.
roll a die.
I did.
Was it good? No, it was not.
No, it wasn't a 1.
John, sounds like a heart attack to you.
Yeah,
People's organs usually stop working after their heart does.
exactly.
Huh. Well,
And
his face was contorted at the mirror, you said?
yes.
I see.
Well, and have you heard any news on the theft?
Oh,
Theft.
it disappeared.
Someone had stolen a set of very valuable papers, the Salem witch trial papers. There were something of that is one of his areas of expertise, and he took a trip to Arkham a few months back, and they were his prized possession upon returning.
These witch trial papers?
Yes, and I didn't think they would just walk off if he'd had a heart attack. That seemed odd to me.
Yeah, that does seem very strange.
Good to know.
Do you know anything Cthulhu-y about the Salem witch trials?
Make a Cthulhu Mythos check.
Okay, nope.
No.
Can't roll below a 50 today, apparently.
Hey,
Uh,
your first sanity check was good.
Jerome's taking all the luck, sorry.
My first sanity check was a fail.
No, not your sanity. Your first roll. Just your straight roll to see if the medicine worked on you.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was good. Everything else has not been good.
Well, we appreciate your cooperation. Flip the notebook back into position. Let's see.
What did the papers look like? Was it just a stack of papers, or was it bound in something?
It was bound. It was a tan brown colored book.
Oh no.
With events of court cases kept inside. The writing on the cover had long since faded. But it was fairly remarkable to see, and sizable too.
Okay.
Like a dictionary?
Not quite that large.
Alright. Close enough then. Interesting. Well. Let's see. Was he... Do you have any research in anything in particular? Anything he had told you before this?
It was really just the witch trials. He had told me he was trying to, he believed that there was some sort of hidden message kept in the papers, and he was trying to decipher it.
I see.
And did he say anything else about that, or just that he was trying?
Just that he was trying. That's why I had come in to check on him. He spent a lot of late nights in the office the past couple of weeks.
Of course.
Would anybody like to do anything else while you're in here?
I-
Does she have any like potted plants or anything?
There is a potted plant by the window.
Okay.
What's supposed to the potted? What?
Does she have any interesting looking books?
Yes, she is not only his secretary, but she is a history student here at the college working on her undergraduate degree. So there are a lot of interesting books in this room.
Interesting to John.
Make a spot hidden check, John.
What even is a book?
Yeah, you're not even sure you can read. If we're being honest here, like that seems difficult.
Real concussed from that explosion.
And you weren't even near it. Alright, well, we appreciate your cooperation, Miss Court.
Of course. If you need anything else, I'll be around.
Appreciate it. Oh. One last thing. You said he got at the Roadhouse Bazaar, correct?
I made no mention of the Roadhouse.
Or remind me where you said he brought the papers from.
He had
Okay.
taken a trip to America a short while back.
All right. Sorry for the confusion then.
No problem. Who just rolled a critical? Oh, that was John again. Okay.
Why would he
I
do?
can't read.
Yeah, John, English is a difficult language.
I mean, it is. Everyone
Yeah, I
knows
mean, you're not
that.
wrong about that. All right.
It's the accent. It's
We're
getting
the
to me.
only, like, can you think of it, like, I think we're the only language that has spelling bees. Is that weird?
I don't know if that's true, but
I feel like I heard that once. I'm not sure how true it is, but I feel like I heard that from somewhere. But I don't remember where. Like, I think English is, like, not a lot of languages do spelling bees. Huh.
okay.
Weird, right? Either way. Alright,
Yeah,
so...
it's the accent. I can't read the accent.
Yeah, you can't read the accent.
I need to mute myself.
So, as you guys are leaving her office, you see approaching you, a well-dressed, young man. He has his hair combed back. He's wearing a blue and gold Oxford sweater, and a pair of very well-pressed slacks. Is Nate falling asleep? Looked like you were getting
Yeah.
comfy there.
Younger or older than John?
Much younger than John. He looks to maybe be...
Oh, wow.
Well, actually, how old is John? It's a good question.
25.
25. Maybe like 5-6 years younger than you.
Oh, wow.
He approaches you guys and he says, "Hello there. You must be the reporters.
Yes.
Well, if you're looking in to the death of Charles, you know, I think I might have some information about that."
Oh?
Yeah.
Actually, there was something that we forgot to... Were you a student of his, by any chance?
Yes, I was a student of the professor in my earlier time studying here at the university. I'm a little too advanced for his classes now. But yes, I was.
He was teaching about portals and dreams, right?
No, that was Joseph. Yes, so essentially yes. Joseph
Yeah.
Turner, who was the person who had been working here previously, in this
He's been
position
replaced by
previously.
this guy.
Well, they were so the way it worked was basically Charles Leader previously was an adjunct professor who was teaching part time, and when Joseph Turner went missing, he got the tenured position.
Nice.
What does that mean? He was teaching the same subjects, or he was just a new professor who happened to fill the slot?
He was just a new professor that happened to fill the slot. He wasn't
Okay.
necessarily. He had been teaching at the university previously, so he was still teaching his area of expertise. But he did get all of Joseph Turner's research.
Right.
Okay.
All right. Forgot to ask about that.
Mhm.
So
Educated, not smart.
Yep.
Yeah.
yeah, you forgot to mention that to anyone. All right. You were saying, young man?
Well, I've heard a story that Dean Fallon has stolen the witch trial papers for profit.
Seems like
Dean-
an odd thing to try and profit
Dean
off of.
who?
Fallon, the dean of the school.
Oh, which papers? Oh no. Writes down that tidbit for a minute. And it was Professor Roach that we had meant in the when we
Previously,
came here,
yep.
correct? Professor Grievance?
Professor Roach.
Okay, Grievance Roach. I still think I'm hearing that wrong.
Harland Roach.
Carland Roach. Cool.
We got it.
I still remembered his name or title or whatever. Oh gosh. I might actually become proficient. Good to know.
Why would the dean steal that?
Well, it's extraordinarily valuable.
Hmm.
Those are one-of-a-kind papers. No one has made a copy, to our knowledge, and it's we fetch a pretty penny to those Americans that came around asking about it.
Oh?
Came around asking. Any
Could you describe those Americans for us?
Maybe around 5 feet tall, kind of portly fellows. Spoke with Italian accents. Wore very professional business suits.
For some reason, I'm thinking I'm thinking of Mo again.
Yeah, I mean, pretty
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
It was basically
Yeah,
Mo.
no, that
It's
was
very
Mo.
much so the Italian mobster vibe.
Yeah.
We had
Something I
two
feel-
mobsters in our party.
Now we only have none.
One.
No, he's not here right now.
Yeah, but he's not dead either.
He's not dead. It's
He
Yeah.
might run. We might not have any mafia members anymore.
Yeah. But then it's just two people who like art, and that's like art club, Cthulhu art club.
Cthulhu Art Club. Let's go. Is that a monster? Let's draw a picture of it as we run like hell.
Hold very still so I can get a good picture of you.
Bye now.
I mean, I have a movement of 8. That's not that fast enough.
Nope.
Nope.
Can't draw and sprint at the same time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, we appreciate the
Yeah, thank you very
we
much.
appreciate the
for,
tidbit. One last question. Do you feel he did, Charles did justice to the position of the man he replaced?
Yeah,
Think-
his work was much less interesting, but he was an all right professor, if a little, dumbed down for the majority of the lesser educated populace of the university.
I see. Well,
Do you know
Again.
if the college still has the research from the professor he replaced?
I believe that was all moved over to Charles's house.
Where would that be?
Well, it's in a cottage just outside the university where some of the faculty get to live.
Ah, okay. Thank you very much.
all right. I have no way of getting in there. Cool.
I totally don't either.
Yeah. All right. Again, appreciate it.
Who's ready for some nice B&E?
I'm not.
Well, anything else I can do to help, just let me know.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that was certainly very helpful. Let's see. So, Dean Fallon may have the papers. And the research from the man you were looking into is at Charles's house.
Yes.
This smells. This
Yes.
smells a lot.
It really does.
Oh.
Very fishy.
Well. Let's see if is the house on campus property or is it like just outside?
Just outside. It's still technically campus property, but it's like past what would, like, if you stuck onto here, you would never think it was campus property.
All right.
Is it clearly visible from like the road?
No, it's
or-
kind of like sectioned off in its own little
Okay.
wooded area. Quite peaceful.
Ooh. We have a way in. How quaint of you, Jake. Thank
You're
you.
welcome.
The
I-
front door.
I
I'm
just
not-
connected that.
I'm not trying to
Somehow
make
I'm
it too
better at
difficult
the-
for you
somehow
guys.
I'm better at this in like this position. It's terrible. Like I'm remembering names. I'm remembering like the tidbits you're giving us. to
Look,
be
I'll
like,
take that.
Oh, we'll just go and do this. Let's just go and do that.
I'm
Gosh,
just
Meredith.
like clumping together all the information in just a list of stuff we can do, and the names are basically just the fat professor, the young student, the secretary, the dead professor.
I mean, honestly, you've gotten the important parts, which is really
Yeah.
all that matters.
Yeah.
Other the dean.
Other than the dean, but you've not really met the dean yet. So.
No, we
Dean
haven't
Fallon.
met the dean.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Well, let us go find one Professor
The
Roach.
dean of thieves. There we go.
Is,
The
is-
dean.
is that a joke I'm not getting? The
No.
dean
No,
of
because he's the
thieves?
dean, somebody, and he might be a thief, or somebody under him might be a thief, so he's the dean of thieves.
Hmm.
You're finding Professor Roach.
Yeah, sure. Let's see if he
We
can
don't
help.
really have anything to tell him. Unless
Well,
he can lead us into his cottage.
that's the hope. If it's
Save
on
me some time.
campus, then we can at least ask a professor for, like, they're letting us be here. It's
Yeah.
part of campus. Why not? When in Rome.
Let me take a quick. All right, so heading back over to Professor Roach, asking him if he'd be allowed to let you in. I would have to put a request in to the dean to officially let you into his property.
No.
But you know what?
The
What's the
You're
harm?
saying?
He grabs a set of keys. I believe these are Charles's keys. Let's go take a walk.
Oh.
strolling up beside him, we had a tidbit from one of his students that
Oh,
he
really?
might have some of his research in there. That's why we wanted to go take a look.
Yes, his research would be kept in. Well, he kept most of it in his personal house, except for those darned papers.
Right. They're missing. Does
Yes,
that
I
mean
heard.
You've already looked in there.
What'd you say?
Does that mean you've already looked in there? And I'll kind of like give him a side eye.
Into
The couch.
No, I've not looked into. I've been over there a few times on social calls where Charles mostly took the time to rub in my face that he was ahead of me as a professor, even though he was much younger than myself. But no, I've not personally gone through any of his research. However, I won't say anything about you doing so. All right, let's take a look here. You get over to the cottage. You kind of walk up this paved grove. Yeah, the weather's pretty nice. It's early spring, so
Cool.
it's that nice time of year, even though it's London and it's perpetually rainy. He goes to undo the lock. Well, that's strange. The key doesn't seem to be fitting, and these are most certainly his keys. These are university locks.
Huh.
Does there seem to be anything wrong with the lock that I can see?
No, it just appears to be new.
Hmm.
Hmm. Well, how long would it take to get a locksmith down here? Well, this is supposed to be off the record, so.
How long do you think it'll take me to get in the lock?
Make a locksmith check. Let's see if you can pull off a roll tonight, Dan.
No.
You can push it.
I could push it.
Put all of your luck into it.
It's only like half my luck.
I mean, it's a regular check. It's in your favor. You might as well. Like, it's a knowledge check. I don't think anything bad can happen here.
I mean, I could break the lock. Worst thing
Fair.
that happens then is I have you break the door and we don't have to worry about it anymore.
Statistically, you make it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Sure, I'm really just gonna try and, get
Jam
in the
it in
door
there?
with my lock.
Okay.
Oh, I thought he was just
Whatever
looking
I
at
can.
it.
No, I'm.
Oh, God. Dude,
I just can't roll tonight
you really can't. Like, there's not rolling, and then there's
because Cody's not here.
not rolling.
He was just looking at it, right?
No, he
Nope.
was trying to open it, I'm fairly
Yeah.
certain.
Oh gosh. Oh gosh.
I'm not so subtle as to, stand back and just stare at it.
So, as John is heading over in this direction, he starts jiggling with the lock, and you hear a inside the door, and it appears he has broken it. Thankfully, he has broken it in such a way that he has opened the door. But you hear a voice from behind you as you guys are breaking into Professor Leader's house. I don't think that's the way you're supposed to do it. Turning around, you see two older gentlemen wearing top hats, very professional-looking suit and ties, speaking with clearly distinct accents, portly, dark skin, coming over in your direction, getting uncomfortably close to your group. You watch as Professor Roach backs up a little bit.
Is it reminiscent of the two Americans we were told about?
Yes, very. Almost their exact description.
You said there were. Are they quite tall or just wide?
Mostly wide, not too tall.
I mean, how would you suppose we get in a door when our key doesn't work? Smash the door in?
No, we were considering that, but how would that look? This is a place of business.
I mean, anything's a place of business if you consider it so.
My name is Oaks, and the first one extends his hand to you guys.
Sure, I'll shake his hand.
Jerome.
Well, I see you looking around Mr. Leader's place. If you happen to find a set of papers, we would very much so appreciate it.
Of course.
The
Yes.
Jerome investigator. Well, not pub sync or anything, but understood. We think we know what you're speaking of.
He owes us $11,000 to be precise. And just
Ooh.
because he's recently departed doesn't mean that the debt is forgiven.
Of course.
Ain't my debt.
Yes, but if you should happen to come across a piece of property that should rightfully belong to us, we would expect it returned.
Of course.
Understood.
Have a nice day, gentlemen. And one of them flicks
You
a
too.
cigarette butt on the ground and walks off.
Oh god, they're smoking. Terrible, terrible people. Gosh, gosh, what
Okay, back
terrible
to looting
people.
his house.
Professor Roach looks kind of shaken up. I'm going to get going. Um,
Okay.
We won't be a minute.
oh, okay.
The door's open. Why the hell not? Ugh. Okay, so the terribleness from that was breaking the door and
Now that we're
being found
inside,
out.
can I just remove the lock?
Yes, you have broken it thoroughly.
Yeah, but can I just like take out like the whole locking
Yeah,
mechanism and
absolutely.
just set it to the side?
100%. It is beyond broken.
Great.
Walk.
Spot hidden.
Yeah, go ahead and make
Roll.
a spot hidden. And can you both also make listen checks?
Oh, sweet. Listen, I'm supposed to be good at that. Yeah, 50.
Okay, first of all, so as you walk in here, the place is in a state of semi-organized chaos. He seems to have been going in the process of getting ready to leave. Various papers have been hastily burnt in a fireplace. His desk is cluttered with all manners of papers. Looking around here, there's clothes kind of strewn about the place. Heading up to the second floor, it's in a very similar state, and he seems to have been going through the process. Like, it's very much so like we're packing, we're getting out of here, and we're in a hurry.
If you don't mind me
Um,
asking, would an extreme success help me more than a hard success on the listen check?
I'm not sure you want to roll well on this check, John.
I mean, what's the worst that happens? I take
Fair
my
enough.
sanity? Sure, I'll take an extreme pass.
Okay. As you guys are looking around here, you hear a noise come from the room upstairs. There's it feels as if there's a presence with you guys, but it's that kind of pinprick on the back of the neck feeling that makes you not want to turn around in the middle of the night when you're taking a walk. And as it fades, footsteps sound in the vacant room nearby you. In the distance, you can hear a telephone ringing, but you didn't see one when you walked in. And then the room around you goes quiet.
Huh. Well, that was certainly something.
Well, that's kind of strange.
Okay, I'm not crazy. Well, I really don't want to join you in that regard.
I mean, everybody joins me sooner or later.
At least you're something about it.
The loony bin is a very large basket.
Well, I hope it's full.
I mean, we've only seen like 5 since we arrived on the campus.
Fair.
What was your spot hidden check, Mo?
Oh, Jerome.
Jerome.
And,
Fuck. Oh god, I'm gonna be doing this again, aren't I? Oh
yeah,
no.
we finally.
Oh
got rid of
no, I
that
finally
bias.
started
Don't
calling
have
you
happening
Mo.
again. Like, it's
No.
terrible.
Sorry.
I'm terrible. I'm
I'm terrible. I feel so bad. God.
I'm the one who threw the dumb stick.
May he rest in pieces.
Everybody's
A
at fault there.
blood-stained
Jake
piece.
put a lot of dynamite in a pile. You decided to throw dynamite.
We can't blame that
We
one on
didn't
me.
help.
We're not.
I thought that provided you the one halfway decent way to get out.
And
Yeah,
you
no.
expected us to successfully throw dynamite? God.
We knew the chance. We took it. It was terrible.
Ooh. Does he have any knives
Anyway,
or anything in his house?
I did pass 1 star.
1 star. Okay. You can get a kitchen knife if you would like, John.
Sweet.
Let's call the kitchen knife a D4 plus 1.
Ooh.
Okay, that's actually really good.
Yeah. Well, it's like a nice steak knife.
Yeah.
So Jerome, you
No,
just see
great.
John pull
Thanks,
out a
Jay.
steak knife and slip it into his jacket.
I mean, we should take as little as possible, but alright.
Looking
It's
around,
not gonna. They're not gonna notice a kitchen knife missing, are they?
As long as you don't touch anything else around it.
No, that's all I want.
Alright.
looking around here, Jerome, you can see numerous travel tickets and receipts from a bunch of trips to Atlantic City.
Mm-hmm.
Um,
Kept going to the Americas, yeah.
yep. In addition here, you can going through kind of like the burnt papers in the fireplace. You can see a letter from it seems to be faded, but it's addressed by a Mr. Abner Wick, and he seems to be inquiring about the papers.
A letter asking about the papers, okay.
Mhm. There's also a diary, and you pick out the name. It seems to have been on it a few times with a woman by the name of Lucy Stone.
Lucy Stone, okay.
John, did you want to look around at all?
Nope. I found my knife.
Okay.
That's all I need.
Okay.
Don't want to go looking any more than I have to when there's creepy noises in the house.
That's completely understandable.
That's fair.
Completely understandable. Addition to all of this, you find an admission letter, which seems to be regarding the case of a Charles Hunter. And it's the only piece of paper in the house that's not incinerated, or at least not attempted to be incinerated. And it seems to be a recommendation letter to Dean Fallon saying that this Charles Hunter had been doing good work for the professor and that he should be considered for admission, and that what happened previously on campus should be forgiven.
Ooh. Okay.
Was Charles Hunter that kid we met?
No.
Do we know who
I know
Charles
the
Hunter
name sounds
is?
familiar.
No, but you do have an address.
Okay. Is it nearby?
It is right in town.
Okay, so we had so we have a name, an address, a location, and a random object for places we can follow.
Alright, so Hunter lives in town and has a letter of recommendation and apparently did something dumb, so they had to say, hey, you should actually let this kid in. That's fantastic. I have no idea what to do with this.
Okay, do we want to go to the Roadhouse?
We're doing a real old-fashioned mystery, everybody.
Yep.
So we've got the Roadhouse, the name on the painting, Charles Hunter, and his address, or we can try and find wherever the poker chip came from.
True, but it must have come from a casino over in Atlanta, considering he went there so often.
Yeah.
Right. That's something. But the let's see. Check so Hunter's house would be there. Any ideas, Dan? Yeah.
Do we want to go to the Roadhouse?
No, because that's like probably the bazaar. It's a bazaar. It's like it's called
Mhm.
the
Yeah.
Yes,
yeah.
but it's called the Roadhouse.
Yes.
So do we want to go to the Roadhouse? Do we want to go to Charles? Do we want to try and find the painter? Or do we want... Oh, that's about it, I think.
No. Like I don't think the painter has anything to do with this. No reference in the house of a. I have his name of a Cecil Hunt. Oh wait,
Oh yeah,
huh?
I wanted
They could be related.
other
Wait,
professors' work.
yeah. I mean, I didn't find anything.
Oh! Make a spot hidden check, John.
That's what I'm here for.
Nice.
I might
Nice.
find it because I passed for once.
Looking through this house, there was no work kept out in the open. However, going upstairs, you find a hidden wall behind the fireplace.
Whoa, that wall is made of glass.
No,
I
it
don't-
just
How
the
else do you hide a
fireplace.
wall?
The fireplace slides aside, and there's a
Oh.
false wall behind it. Reaching inside,
Hidden wall.
you pull out the research of a one Joseph Turner, which is extensive, not as extensive as the Revelations of Glakai, nor as seemingly harmful, but it will take more time than what you have right at this moment to go over it. In addition, in the box, John, you find $1,000.
I have money.
And a revolver.
And a gun.
Okay, we should.
Dual
then-
wielding.
Oak didn't seem to quite enjoy that, so I would suggest we leave that there and just kind of like put something to mark the position on it.
It's not like anybody else is gonna find it, so I guess I feel like I should just keep it
They
on
haven't
for
broken
my
into the
safe.
house yet. Once we leave, they're gonna be swarming in here, whoever they are.
Yeah, but we can just get out of here before that happens.
All right, sure.
Can I just take like some other? Is there like any other like stacks of papers nearby that aren't incinerated?
Yes, there are some random bits and
I'm
bobs
gonna
that have been
take a
scattered
quick
across the ground.
picture of the book he found, and
I want to just take some random papers and then just put them in the cubby and shut it.
Okay. Easily done.
And I'm taking the revolver, the book, the $1,000, and this kitchen knife.
Okay.
okay, that's a little bit too much take. Just because
I
they
mean-
they
I can put the knife back if you want.
it's more about the money than anything, considering that they did want the money. Remember, we're
They
not
wanted a
trying
lot
to.
more money than this.
It's true. Did you want $11,000?
Fair enough. But if they come back for it, you give it to them. You hear?
I mean, they want the book. They don't even want the money anymore.
Oh, you're right. Oh shoot, the book.
This isn't the right book.
Oh, okay.
No.
They want the Salem Witch Trials book. This is the other professor's notes on portals and dreams.
Does that mean you were okay? You said you encountered the man who
Yes.
wrote this.
Yes. And he was big and grand spiky.
Right. What would that have to do with dreams and stuff? What was he an insomniac or something, or a narcoleptic?
Some
Yes.
creatures from your dreams don't stay there.
What? Anyway,
You'll get it sooner or later.
well, that's not ominous.
There's a
Oh,
reason
well.
I like being armed.
I see. Well then. All right then. And I guess we'll take those particular items and head out.
Alrighty. Um,
Do I see Oak like standing nearby? Is he like
no.
gathering crew? No.
Seems to have left.
Also, just so we're clear, don't stand in front of me if I try and use this thing, as I am not very accurate.
Noted. Noted.
Pretty good with this knife, though.
That's what
I
you want to
mean-
hear from the crazy guy.
Yeah. I mean,
Don't stand next to me. I'm rather random with the gun. Very accurate with this knife. Don't worry about it.
Uh,
I mean,
see.
I say that, but last time I tried to kill somebody with the knife,
They got away.
well, the last time I tried to kill a human with it, it was Dimitri, and he lived.
Well, that's nice.
All right.
I don't think I've tried to knife a human since then.
Yes, you tried to stab the guard when you guys
Oh,
raided the
yeah.
cult warehouse.
Yeah.
What a great break and entry that was.
Yup.
Yeah.
Mo
And
got
then
cult
we
break
burnt
in, and
down the place.
you guys blowing up a lot of shit.
Stop giving Dimitri explosives.
Stop giving like
No explosives, guys. I followed your request. There are no explosives in this mission.
I hadn't even made the request yet.
Well, Cody asked me to stop killing characters, so I figured that's where I would start. Um,
But I
That's
find
not his fault.
all right. So, where are you guys headed?
Okay, I feel like we should go to the roadhouse now that I have a wad of cash.
Sure, why not?
Okay.
So we are going to.
Sure. You're
I
going to the
have a
bazaar.
name. Yes, we're going
Yeah.
to
Yep.
Hibbs Row House Bazaar.
Yep. So approaching there, it's kind of like a collection of shops and tents that seem to be set up on a semi-regular basis, kind of around the place, where people are selling various objects. They're selling a few, basically whatever you want to buy. It seems like you could probably pick it up here.
That's cool.
It's just kind of a menagerie of people selling different things, some kind of like random like flea market stuff that you look at and you're like, why would anybody ever want that? But then also some legitimately nice things. So what are you guys looking for when you head over to the bazaar?
Apparently a book, but I don't know how to read anymore, so...
We are looking for. Okay, he bought it in Atlanta. And. Okay, so.
Did the poker chip say anything
Oh,
on it, or was it just
the-
a poker chip?
No, this is where he got the matchbox from.
Mhm.
The poker chip had a symbol of a Taj Mahal on it.
There we go. Is there any shops here that have a Taj Mahal on them?
No.
Okay.
So, yeah.
What tent? He must have. I'm sure he was a smoker, so that probably doesn't get us.
I mean, did
Literally
we find
in
any
there.
cigarettes in his bag?
No.
Just the matchbox.
So what was he using it for?
I mean, with how much he liked to burn papers, had to have carried a lot of matches.
I suppose so. Which means this is literally no connection to where it was. It just happened to be from here.
I mean, do any of the stores here sell matchboxes?
Yes, you do find it's a stand, which seems to be selling. It's run by an older woman, and she just seems to be selling matchboxes, cigarettes, pipes, the likes of that stuff.
Hello, ma'am. If you don't mind me asking, would you know of a man named, what was his name?
His name was darn it, I opened the thing again. His name was Charles Letter.
You wouldn't happen to know anybody by the name of Charles Letter, would you?
Hmm. Is he a university fellow?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, he stopped by here a few times. Bought a lot of matches the other day.
Yeah.
Why should you ask?
Well, he's recently been deceased.
Oh, well, that's terrible to hear. John, can you go ahead? I'll let you decide here, but I'm talking to this woman. You want to use charm, persuade, fast
Charm.
talk? Charm? Okay, go ahead. Make a charm roll.
66 is a pace.
66 is pass. Nice. Well, that's terrible to hear. His friend across the street must want to hear about that.
Oh?
Every time he would stop by here, he would head across the street and talk to the gentleman in that shop. And she points to a shop. It's a looks to be a relatively respectable antique store. Looks to be like an office. There's a loading yard in the back. It's one of the more built up shops around here. It says undiscovered trifles outside on the front sign.
All right.
Well, thank you very much. How expensive are her pipes?
Not expensive at all. Depends.
I'll buy
Like
a pipe.
the nicest
Pipe and a
one
set of
is maybe
matches.
like $3.
Yeah,
So
sure. I'll
you're,
buy that and then a box of matches.
you're covered. Yeah, you're good. Stop by another place, get a top hat. You get the pipe, the top hat going.
No, I'm just looking for more melee weapons.
Oh, I see. D&D players playing Call of Cthulhu be like, no, I'm just looking for more weapons. So are you guys headed across the street?
God, Nate, don't look so concerned.
Oh, did something happen?
Your
Did something
camera
happen? I think I
froze
just.
into just this most concerned
Oh, he's catching back up.
face.
Yep. He's back.
Oh,
There we
boy.
go. Okay, so you guys are headed
Yeah,
across the
no,
street?
even my computer is falling asleep.
I'm
Even
not
my
that
computer
boring,
is
am
falling
I?
asleep. Like, no,
Okay.
no. Like, it's Wednesday. I've
God,
complained
Jake, you
about
suck.
Wednesdays
You're so boring.
before.
Okay, so heading across the street. It's a relatively cluttered shop. There's a lot of stuff in here from all different parts of the world. You see stuff from Africa, India, the Far East. You see stuff from South America. A good amount of colonial stuff from America. A whole section dedicated to British antiquities. It smells kind of like if the smell of old person was an object. That's the only way I can describe the scent walking into this shop. And all the floorboards kind of just go as you
So it smells like old,
step across
like
them.
procured wood.
Yeah, basically.
Cool.
So headed in here, you hear a voice speak out to you. Careful where you walk. And you see another gentleman walking over. He looks similar to a lot of the other old people you've met today. His hair is dark. He seems to be using some sort of dye on the top of it, but it is quite clearly graying across the sides. He's not dressed nearly as nice, probably only in his late 40s, but for some reason he seems more aged. He's got deep wrinkles set into his face. He's got large eyes which flick over you in kind of an uncomfortable fashion, and he doesn't seem to have any of that geniality of kind that is found in the 1920s gentleman. As he approaches, he smells slightly sour, but it is masked with heavy cologne. He doesn't extend a hand or introduce himself in a polite manner, just walks past you and shuffles some things around on some of the shelves.
Do I see anything that looks interesting?
In here,
Yeah,
make a spot hidden check.
Anything catch my eye? That
like let's see. It was a piece of painting we found, right? Not
Yes,
the
you
whole
did
painting.
find a piece of painting in here.
I would like to look for that painting. Any kind of like, I guess just a bookshelf with
So,
books on it, preferably.
Painting, bookshelf.
I
um,
am pushing that. Gosh. I'll get a little uncomfortably close
Let's
to
see.
a couple
What
of
else
things.
could I? What else am I like concerned to find?
What else am I concerned to
Did
find?
I
That's always
catch
good.
John's thing? No, I did not catch John's thing.
Knives. I like knives.
Okay. Go ahead and take a look around.
Okay, I fail.
Okay. You don't find anything interesting.
I got a 39. That's a 2-star pass.
39, 2-star pass. Okay, looking around in here, you do find something that catches your eye, along the lines of what John was looking for. The work on one of the paintings in here seems to be very similar handiwork to the painting you found in... Cody!
Yeah.
Okay. Like this.
Cody just
Everything's
drunkenly
ruined.
barges in.
What's happening?
In
Wait, am I drunk?
in the professor's office.
You
Hang
guys
on,
know
we'll
how to
get there.
roleplay me.
We'll get there in a second. No, you've not been in the session so far, Dimitri.
Currently,
Okay.
you're fighting your way through the hospital.
Okay, what happened?
You got sent to the hospital,
Who would like to
Uh-huh.
recap for Cody?
and you weren't really
Okay,
Why,
happy
why?
so
about
here's
it.
what happens.
Okay.
You
While I
haven't
fix
met
what's
him
going
yet,
on stream.
but some reporter man with a nice-looking camera came and had a nice conversation with John, and
Oh,
they
boy.
agreed that, like, hey, you know things, I know things. Let's put those things together and go to the college to ask some people some things. So he went and asked some people some things, and came out with a couple of things. One, we had to break into a guy's house and met someone who looks really interested in his stuff. That's
Mhm.
upsetting. Found said stuff, like found a couple of leads on stuff to go to. So he went to a place in which this guy had some matchboxes because he liked burning papers.
Mm-hmm.
And currently we're sitting in an antique stop in which I've looked at, in which I've looked around.
Okay, so there's been
and
a lot
found
of
something
talking.
Really, really nice.
Yeah, that's all we've
Yeah.
done
most-
today.
I wasn't going
Yeah.
to contribute anyway, so this is fine.
Yeah.
So, Dimitri, you've managed to get out of the hospital.
Oh, I've already shot my way out of there?
No, you've not shot. You
Shot.
have no weapons.
I have no weapons. How do I get a weapon? How do I have money? Do I still have money?
No.
Can I get my old money?
You get back some of your old possessions upon the nurses basically kicking you out for being a difficult patient. You go ahead, make a sanity check.
Oh, I have to get my. Can someone just roll D100 for me real quick?
Oh, God.
Sure.
Um,
Let me do it. 48.
48.
When-
Dimitri,
I passed.
you regain all of your lost sanity.
I lost 2 sanity.
Uh,
I'm feeling great.
You go back to max hit points.
Nice. That's really the part that was not fun. For me.
You gain 10% that you can put into any skill, and your Cthulhu Mythos is now a 20.
Okay, Jake.
Yes.
Can I
Yes.
have a 95 in guns?
You can have a 90. I do believe you
A
can. I
90.
don't believe you can go to 95.
Can I go to 90 in one thing and then plus 5%
Yes.
for another?
Absolutely.
Well, I'll do plus 5% for like drive auto. And then
Yeah, sure. If you get
So
if you
then-
get to a 90 in something, you gain 1d6 sanity.
Really?
Yes.
So I will roll a d6 in a bit.
Sure. And you've gotten out of the hospital, and you're kind of annoyed that John just left you there. So you tracked him down to his
Mhm.
current location. And you just arrived outside this antique shop in London. And what do you do when you get there?
I'm in an antique shop, and do I know that this is a lead?
You know that John's in there.
Okay, I'm going to swing open the door as loudly as I possibly can. And I'm going to say, John, why did you leave me at hospital? I thought we were friends.
Holy jeepers! What the? Oh,
You looked injured. I assumed you needed more help.
that's the.
No, I had to harass nurses for several days.
I had to harass nurses for several days. What an afternoon
mean,
to this man! What
fair.
an afternoon! Making days out of an
Who
afternoon.
even is this man?
How great!
This is our new compatriot.
As this is all happening, he walks over. Hey, keep it down. And I'll describe him again for Dimitri. Dimitri, you see this guy walk over. He seems to be the owner of the place. He's not like any of the 1920s gentlemen that you're used to seeing around. He's wearing just a baggy, raggy shirt. He's got like graying hair on the sides that's kind of like not well kept. He's got like deep set in wrinkles. He's got these large, uncomfortable looking eyes that scan you over as you come in. And he smells kind of weird. And you notice as he gets a little closer and steps into the light this time, there's a strange kind of pallor to his skin tone, which suggests that he might be suffering from some kind of illness. And he walks back,
Okay.
after he yells at Dimitri, he walks back behind the counter.
Well, who is this person?
He owns the store. Or do you mean this guy?
This guy, why is he standing next to you?
He's a photographer.
Okay.
I was looking at the painting that I think I misheard.
You were looking at painting. Okay, this place seems very boring. Let's go.
We're
What was the
looking at
like-
things.
Yeah,
There
Why
was a
are we
murder.
looking at things? Wait, what?
There was a murder.
we'll
okay.
explain this later.
We
Go
weren't
ahead and
involved.
go ahead and wait outside. You've caused enough ruckus in here.
I would much rather just stay here. I'm going to stay here.
What
Look,
picture?
Dimitri,
Wait, I found the
know this
remainder of the
upsets you.
picture. What have I found?
You see a painting in here, which seems to match the handiwork of this Cecil Hunter, which is the name of the artist who you found in Charles the Editor's office.
I'm going to pick it up and take it over
Hey,
to.
be careful with that.
Yeah, no, I'm about to. I was about to make a purchase. I enjoy the. It looks nice. It's the work of a Cecil Hunter. Yeah.
Are you accusing me of selling forgeries?
Excuse me.
I feel like the fact that you're saying that out of nowhere means that you're probably selling forgeries.
No, He shoots Dimitri a dirty look. This is a genuine antique painting. It's not the work of Cecil Hunter.
Can I make
Then
like
who is Cecil Hunter?
Make a forgery check.
I wouldn't know. If you want to make a drawing check,
Oh, sweet.
John, you can go ahead and use that skill. Let's see.
I failed.
Cody, you've missed Dan doing a complete 360 from last session, where he passed every roll I gave him. We've now decided to fail every roll. Thankfully, nothing has been life-threatening yet.
we went back full circle?
Yes, we did.
I snapped a lock in half. Failed to notice people.
What type of check did you want to make, Dimitri?
I wanted to make an insight check.
Psychology?
Sure.
Go ahead and make a
I think it's like a
psychoanalysis check.
5% chance that I make it.
Yeah.
Wait, is this isn't this psychoanalysis?
Yes.
Oh, that's lower.
I just want to like pull Dimitri aside and just be like, "Look, Dimitri, there was a murder, and I know how upset you are that you weren't involved. But He was involved with the guy who we were involved with, so we're kind of trying to follow the path to where we're going."
I fail.
Okay.
Hard to tell. Hard to tell. Well,
Okay, so how does painting have to do with murder?
What murder?
he's
We
using
hadn't
hyperbole.
mentioned that yet.
Who are
Um,
you folks?
People that are leaving your shop because it
we're-
sucks.
We're reporters.
Reporting what?
I came in here looking for this man's handiwork. If you know who he is, please, any information would be well appreciated. No
make
harm
a-
to you at all, sir.
Make a charm or persuade.
Which base is higher? Because I think I swapped out persuade for library use for no reason.
John, you want to help out here?
Sure.
What are you gonna say?
I guess I'll persuade because oh wait, Okay, charm is 5% better.
Okay.
We found some art with her name on it in a dead man's home, and we were really hoping we could either find why he would have purchased so recently that specific piece of art
Uh-huh.
to see if it was at all involved in the murder, or at least what we think is a murder.
Okay, so we're looking at the piece of art to see if it's involved in murder, which may give us lead to something.
To murderer, yes.
Okay.
Alright. We have charm. Am I still rolling hot? Nope.
Nope.
And that's
John, you want to make a charm
try
check?
Again.
Sure, I can make a
I
charm
do
check.
not. I will not try again.
I pass.
Oh wait, I could spend 10. Nah.
I narrowly pass.
Whose house?
One
Professor at Oxford.
yeah, whose name I've immediately forgotten again.
Charles. Was his name Charles?
Yeah.
Yeah, I know him. He snatched those darn papers out from under my nose.
Oh, so you're the one looking for that? How
No. Him and I were involved in a bidding war over the darn things when we both took a trip out to America.
Mm. Oh.
Bastard.
Oh.
My name's Abner Wick.
Ah.
Oh gosh, his last name's Wick.
Oh,
Guys,
but
I'm
I know
getting
why
into
people are like,
Getting into
ah,
super
or...
lore, guys.
Because you weren't there for that, but they
Okay,
found
so I wouldn't.
they
All
found
We
Abner
found-
Wick's name in
Yeah. His diary.
No, it was an interest letter in the papers, but yeah.
Yeah.
I want to pull Dimitri close to me and face away from the shopkeeper and hand him the revolver.
Okay.
Yay!
Dimitri,
oh wait, no, this isn't a
Isn't
rifle, so I'm
handgun and
bad at it.
shotgun? Oh nope, isn't. Yeah, handgun is a different skill.
Yeah.
well,
yeah,
you're not
but
bad
Dimitri's
at it.
still better at it than
I mean, it's
am.
only a 70.
Mine's a 25.
So
It's
Dimitri,
all I have.
so Dimitri,
I
you,
made a mistake making this character. I played D&D too much.
you have a revolver. It's a D10 and it has 12 bullets.
Okay. I would like to hug John.
So you
Look,
were
now
in
you've got a
the-
connection to the dead man.
Okay.
So do you have any information that could involve why he would be murdered?
Well, a lot of people didn't like Charles for various reasons. Rumors around these parts is that he consorted with gamblers and the like. I myself found him rather distasteful with the way he deceitfully told me he would go no higher on the bid in a gentleman's agreement and then snatch the papers out from under my nose.
So he was not the honorable man.
He certainly wasn't in my eyes. John, make another charm check.
This one's gonna be a better watch.
It's exactly the same.
It's exactly the
It's-
same. No
it's
more,
exactly
no
the
less, just
same.
exactly what you need.
Oh gosh.
I also happen to know that he was often involved in a number of forgeries and thefts, which is probably his connection to that Cecil Hunter.
So you bought the painting from Charles.
This was, yes, I did.
All right. Good forgery, though. Not that I can tell, but hey.
You wouldn't
You're not supposed to be able
happen
to.
know of any gambling dens that use the Taj Mahal as their logo, would you?
I know of the Taj Mahal in Atlantic City. It's where Charles and I were for the bidding thing on the papers.
Found that chip in.
Do
Honest-
they gamble
his
there?
room.
Or
Yes, they
do
do.
just
This was-
give poker chips.
Yeah.
They also gamble there.
Yeah. Well, good to know. We've just recounted what he's done before he's died. That's pretty cool.
Did you guys go to those places?
In America? No.
Yeah, that'd be
Okay.
difficult.
So how about we go there now?
Well, we're currently in Europe. Do
Yes, but we can get plane.
you remember what happened last time we got a plane?
Well, nothing really happened very well last time, but let's just start on a clean slate.
Wait,
Do
what
you
happened
want to
with you
spend all
guys
the
in a
money you
plane?
spent on a plane last time?
Oh, I don't think I have enough money anymore if it's all taken from me. I don't know where my money went. Oh, is it in the bank?
No, it
Is that
went
how
to
this
the
works?
plane.
Oh.
You gave it to
No,
your
Sergey
friend.
got the plane.
Oh, I gave it to friend. Oh.
But he gave the money to Sergey to then get us a plane,
Okay.
which is why he's now broke.
I see. I see. Well, knowing my friend, he has already started a new business.
Well,
Didn't your friend say he wanted to stop the business?
No. He said he loved violence and he wanted to continue.
Ah, of course.
Yes.
Definitely what happened.
oh gosh, who is this man and why
Um,
is he talking?
I just.
Why is he saying anything? What did he just hand him a gun? What is going on?
Yes, I have a gun. Live with
Oh,
it.
no.
It is a very decent gun.
Is
What,
there
do
any
you not
shiny,
like guns?
obviously metallic objects that are just like clearly in front of John that I could purchase for, information?
Sure. Yeah, you're able to pick up some Native American arrowheads.
Neat.
And I do buy the picture because why not?
Okay.
Yeah.
What other information are you looking for, John?
Let's see. So, I doubt he'd know anything about that.
I don't think there's anything in that shop that would just be like a blatantly.
No, the painting was.
Painting was.
Ah.
You already got your lead.
No, I mean besides from the painting.
No, I'm just talking to the guy. Let's see. So the guy, do you know if the professor was involved in anything like out of the ordinary, like something normal people wouldn't just believe happened?
Okay, make a charm check.
Is it 74 again?
65.
No, it's 65.
We're getting better.
Nice.
He kind of looks around and his voice gets a little low. What sort of things would you be talking about?
Things that aren't exactly human.
Sleep related? Maybe? Sleep related?
I don't know if he was into dreams.
No, that's the thing he was.
That was the other.
There are many dangerous forces in the world and beyond it, not given men to know. And what I've heard of Charles. Well, there are rumors around those papers that a witch cursed them. A long time ago, they were the work of a judge.
That definitely sounds like something we should look at. That sounds interesting.
Well, if you find out where the papers are, let me know. I'm willing to pay a pretty penny for them.
I mean, you weren't the first to ask.
I figured as much. Still.
You're probably third or fourth.
Second or third, actually. I think we only had like 3 people ask.
So we had
Roach.
We had Fat
That
Man
one-
who didn't
that-
ask
yeah.
specifically about it. The Americans, which there was 2 of them.
Mhm.
Fair enough.
Fair.
The secretary.
And then
Oh, the secretary asked. Okay, cool. I forgot about
the
that.
secretary asked for.
Oh, the
well, she
secretary
just-
told you that they
She
should be
mentioned
returned.
they weren't gone.
Yeah.
They were
Mhm.
gone. Then we had the student tell us that the dean took them.
Yep.
And then we
Oh
had
boy.
this guy tell us that he wants to pass for him. Oh yeah, didn't I read in my book that like you get a pale complexion or whatever when you're turning?
Yes.
Turning
you
to
did.
what?
Does it look like that's what's happening to him?
It's not exactly the same as what you'd seen in the Servants of Glakai. Certainly not related to Glakai, but it has a similar feeling to it when you take a closer look.
You wouldn't happen to be involved in anything strange yourself, would you?
He's not going to answer the truth to that.
I'm an honorable man, and if there's anything, unless there's further business to be conducted here, I'm gonna ask you to leave my shop.
Understood. Understood.
I'll take $100 out of my wad of 1,000 and pass it to him.
What's this supposed to be for?
Further questioning as well as business.
Yeah, okay,
Make a
cool.
hard charm check.
No. Finally failed. Okay, I'll just.
He
leave
drops
it
the
with
$100 at your feet. It's the last time I ask.
It was a worthy try.
I'll set it back on the counter and leave.
Yeah, so you kind of head outside. The steps kind of take you around to where you can see like the back area of the shop with the loading dock. What are you guys doing now?
Ending. It is 10 o'clock.
Oh, it's 9:53, Nate. Come on.
We can
Come on,
we
Nick.
can decide where we're going next. It'll
Yes,
take
that's
us half
where-
an hour.
Okay.
Might as
Well, what do we
well
think
start.
about America?
America seems like a poor plan because you're
Yeah,
going to lose
I
it
feel like
again.
there's more stuff we can do here, because like that's where the papers
Okay.
certainly most likely aren't and or are going to.
So, there's 2 things that we can still follow up on. We
Yeah.
can go and search the dean
Mm-hmm. He
or another,
yeah.
or we
he
can
was
go and
a
look for
suspect
that
on-
guy, the student or whatever that the.
Well,
the
it sounds
professor-
to me like you guys already have talked to the dean and the student. Am I right?
No, we haven't talked to the dean yet, nor the
Ah.
student.
So yeah, well, how about we just go talk to those people because we have a list of people we have to question anyway. While we're here, we might as well do that.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
Just which order to do it in.
Student. Student might dislike the dean in some way. Then tell us.
Okay, that seems reasonable.
So you're going to try to find Cecil Hunter.
No, that wasn't the student, was it?
Which student? The original student?
No, the one that was mentioned in his notes. Like,
Yes.
or was it another professor?
So, okay. So Anthony is the student you spoke to.
Yep.
Cecil was you're not entirely sure, but he was vouching for Cecil's
Okay, it was Cecil.
to come back to campus despite the whatever previous incident might have occurred. And then Lucy Stone seems to be the name of a lover.
Okay,
Mm.
so we can try and find his lover, we can try and find the forger, or we can try and find the dean.
Let's find the dean.
Yeah, but do we want to walk up to him and accuse him of stealing papers? He's gonna be like, no.
I mean, worst comes to worst.
Worst
dean of
comes to
students
worst, it
is
ends
just
with
the person
violence.
Who's strongest, right?
Oh. Well, yeah, I guess.
Worst comes to worst, greasing his palms is only the first measure.
Mm.
All right. Does anyone want to do something that's not the dean?
No, I
No,
guess
the
the dean's
dean
better
seems
idea.
reasonable because
Yeah.
the other
Okay,
two
but you
weren't,
guys
like,
are talking
near the
because you
camp.
guys know slightly a little bit more than what I know with what's going on.
Well,
I'll
we're
just
also
stand there with my
better at
gun.
talking.
That is also extremely fair. Well, the thing is, I could put points into this, but I'm already down the rabbit hole of this huge mistake that is this character, so I'm just gonna go with it.
I have 75 charm and 50 fighting brawl. We're all going down our own little rabbit holes.
So where are you headed?
The dean.
We're going to go to the dean of students, preferably his office,
Okay.
even if it's closed, because worst comes to worse, I can attempt to break his lock.
Okay. Yeah, heading over to Dean Fallon's office. Hang on, sorry, just getting their notes. He is in his office. When you come over, he's a well-kept man. Seems to be maybe in his early 60s, but in good shape. He still has a full head of hair, although it is almost a stark white color at this point. He's wearing a brown suit, black tie. He looks up as you come in. Hello, can I be of service?
I mean, we just wanted to have an interview with the dean. See if you had any unique insights on the horrible passing of that professor.
Well, unique insights, I'm not sure if I can be of much service to. I've been helping the police keep a categorical approach to the investigation, including the ghastly manner in which his body was found.
Oh, and how was his body found?
Well, after it was found by Miss Stone, of course, it was found in quite the terrible condition. We still have it on the school's medical facilities because I would rather keep this as internal as possible.
Right, right.
So Stone
Heart
is the
attack
secretary.
Heart attack
Yes,
from...
was that not her name? I'm fairly certain that was her name. Court, sorry, Court.
Okay,
That's
Uh,
my
I was
bad.
like,
Yeah,
okay,
Amelia
we were
Court.
just told Stone is
Court,
his lover.
Court.
His lover
Stone is his secretary. Stone is his secretary. Court is no. Stone is his lover. Court is his secretary. Sorry, there are too many people in this.
It's good to know that's not just me. That I'm hearing a lot of names, and I'm just like, okay, I'm
No,
just
but-
going to stand here and someone tell
But
me what I need to
Dan
shoot at
caught me on
something.
that one. So
I'm serious, though. Can we end?
We still have 160 seconds.
okay.
I mean,
What
Can
exactly?
you make a spot hidden check for the book?
Go for it. That'll be the last roll of the night.
Come on, Nate. You're good at looking at things. I'm
I'm
distracted.
really good at looking at things.
Wait, did you make your character as useful?
Okay, this is impossible. No. No.
Okay.
I'm pushing the roll. There we go. And how
Nice.
nice it looks.
Nice.
Very awkwardly staring at the bookshelf.
Yeah, I'm gonna
Um,
write down what it says. I'm just like scanning the room.
I'll tell you, gentlemen, what. I have been unsatisfactory with the police's investigation into the case. I'll give you whatever access you require for your paper if you report all findings to me.
Of course.
This sounds like a
Easily.
plan.
Well, then it looks like
Easily.
we've got ourselves a deal. And, to Nate's request, that's where we're end tonight's session. Guys, we're only 2 followers away from affiliate, so please go do that, and then we got to make Nate dress up as something.
Yep.
We've got a lot of very exciting stuff planned for the channel soon, and until I see you again, don't forget to have fun,